So guys, in this tutorial we would be discussing about the minimal Flask app. We would be creating the minimal Flask app in the project we had generated in our last tutorial using the PowerShell utility. So this was a project which was TodosList application. So I will right click in this folder and click on this open with code option to open my folder in my Visual Studio Code editor, and it will by default open my app.py file. And as you can see that it has automatically detected the virtual environment which my PowerShell utility had generated. It is showing 3.10.2 env:env, and now if I open a new terminal window here, then it will automatically detect my this virtual environment and it will automatically activate it. So first of all, before getting into the minimal Flask app, we will install the Flask library in our virtual environment. So as you can see that it is already activated. So I will write here pip install Flask and hit the enter button, and it will take some time to install Flask in my virtual environment. As you can see, it has been installed. So if I quickly go to internet and search for Flask minimal app, then we would be going to the quick start documentation of Flask, flask.paletteprojects.com. So this is how a minimal Flask app looks. So if I just copy this and paste it in my app.py file, and I will increase the font size so that I can explain this to you. So this is how a minimal Flask app looks like. So the minimal Flask app first of all contains in the first line we are importing the Flask class. As you can see, you need to note this is small f and this is uppercase F. So we are importing the Flask class from our Flask module. So this is a class in the Flask module. If I do control click here, then you will see that this is the class in our Flask library. This is class Flask. So this is a doc string written here. And after that, in the next line of code, we are initializing our Flask app by writing app and then initializing the Flask class by giving it the argument of __ name. So now this app variable would contain our Flask app, and my Flask app has been initialized. After that, we are creating a route by writing @app.route, and this route is for / which means that the root of our website. Suppose our website URL is abcd.com, then when someone goes to abcd.com, then this function will be called, this hello world function will be called when someone goes to /route. And this function, what this function does, this function returns some HTML, which is actually a paragraph tag. If you know basics of HTML, this is a paragraph tag. It is as it is written P, and inside that it is written hello world. So if I just save and run this file, then you will see that nothing happens. As you can see, it has been executed successfully, but nothing happened. This is because our Flask app is not currently running. As this is a website, you need to use some kind of a server to use this. So for that, the basic thing which we can do is that we can write here if __ name equals to __ main, like this. Inside this, if I write app.run, so what this will do is that after this code is executed, this code, it will start my development server for Flask, which is built for my development purposes, and it is you should make sure that you don't use it in your production site, because it is just made for development purposes, and we need to use a WSGI server while production, which we would be discussing later in this course. So if I now save it and run this file, then you will see that it is showing a serving Flask app with the name app environment. It is showing production, but this is a development server. So this is, as you can see, it is showing a warning. This is a development server. Do not use it in production deployment. So it is telling us use a production WSGI server instead. And also it is showing that the debug mode is off, and it is telling us that running on HTTP and this URL. So if I just copy this URL, or if I do control click, then I will copy this and I will paste it in my new tab and open this. Then as you can see that we have successfully created a website using Flask, which contains one route which is slash. So this is the root of our website, which is slash, and it is returning hello world as we are returning in this function which we have created. So also we can enable the debug mode, like we can write here debug is equals to true, which would help us to debug if we have done any mistake in the browser itself. So you need to you should use debug is equal to true in your development time, but you should make it to false while using it in production. So now if I save it and if I just restart the server, then you will see that debugger is active and this is the pin. If I just reload it again, then we will see the same hello world message, and if I right click and view page source, then it is returning, as you can see, this paragraph tag which we had written here. So if I change this paragraph tag into a h1 tag like this, if I save it and reload this, then you will see that it has been changed to a h1 tag, which is a heading tag in HTML. So this is how a basic Flask app looks like. I hope that you have understood this basic code which we have written till now. In the next tutorial, we would be discussing that how we render templates. Like here we can write HTML, but this is not a good way to send any HTML, because here we can't send huge number of lines, and also we are going to use template inheritance in the future tutorials. So this is how a basic Flask app looks like. And if I just go to something like I can create another route, so I will just show you by creating another route. So if I do app.route and then slash about, suppose, then I will create a functions def about, and inside this if I return this is my about page like this. If I save it and go to slash about here, then you will see that this function is being called when I'm going to slash about route. So this is my root, this is my root route which is slash, and another route which you have created is slash about, and it is returning this text. So this is that's all we are going to discuss in this tutorial. In the next tutorial we would be discussing that how we just serve templates or HTML files from our Flask routes. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and I will see you next time.